Hello everybody and welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where we take a look at things we've never watched or listened to before. And today we're taking on a new artist to the channel, but not a new artist to me. It's Kesha with Joyride, and we've got the lyric video. Now, Kesha's a very interesting one because if you're my sort of age and you grew up in the time frame I did, then songs like TikTok by Kesha were huge at the sort of age where I was just starting to go out to clubs and pubs and go out drinking with my friends. So it played a very big part of my life, because when you're that new to that life, you go out more often than not. And you know, I was at university at the time, and I was out most weekends, and it was on most weekends. So it became a very big part of my life, and I really enjoyed all of those songs. And then obviously there was all of the stuff that came out about Kesha's time with Dr. Luke, and the hashtag Free Kesha stuff, and it kind of, I still really enjoy those songs, but it kind of puts a bit of a dampener on. And you know, it's the sort of thing where did she make them under her own volition? Was she forced to make them? Did she enjoy making them? Are they songs that she likes to dissociate herself from because of that time of her life? Which is a shame, because you know, there was some absolute bangers from that time period. But she then came back a few years ago, and I say a few years ago, I think it's actually longer than a few years now. That's how time works in my wonky world. But she did a song called Praying, which was very, very different to the sort of song she used to release back in the day. It was there was no auto-tune for a start. It was all very, well, there was no over auto-tune. I'm not going to say there was no auto-tune, because I'm not an audio engineer, but it sounded a lot more natural. It sounded like it was like her voice should sound, which, you know, moves away from the sort of 2008 time period where auto-tune and that sort of over-the-top auto-tune was very popular, into a time period where that's less popular and people prefer someone with a bit of grit and soul in the voice again. Things go round and round in circles, I think, in this sort of thing, in music. I think, you know, pretty soon the T-Pain vocoder style will be back before we know it, and then 10 years after that, natural sounding voices will be back before you know it. But I think, especially with AI being sort of around the edges of the music industry now and trying to force its way in, I think that songs that sound more natural will become popular again, because people will be able to tell it apart from AI, which I think will sound more auto-tuned naturally. So what am I whittling for? Because that is my long way of saying I hope this is a continuation of Praying and that style of music, where she is singing the song she wants to sing in the voice she wants to sing it like, and it's mixed the way she wants it, and let's see if it's any good. That's a very odd sound.
Are you a man? 'Cause I'm a bitch. I'm already rich, just looking for that. This party sucks. I'm about to ditch. Don't even try to give me shit. I've earned the right to be like this. Oh, you say you love me? That's funny.
Interesting.
Well, so do I.
Okay. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but actually pretty good. I think what this does is it takes the style of song that she used to release during that time period. So you could see this fitting in on the sort of the same albums as TikTok. It feels very jovial in that sense, but there isn't that sort of T-Pain level of auto-tune. It does sound like this is mostly her natural voice, if not all her natural voice. So that's interesting. And I also think this sort of harks back to a lot of different styles of music. I think I can hear a lot of 90s dance in there, but also the sort of that accordion-esque sort of lead instrumental melody, that kind of throws me back a little bit to Timber, which she obviously released a little bit after her first songs. So it's almost like she's gone for some influences from before she was making music, some influences from her early music, and some influences from sort of the middle of her music career, and sort of trying to put it all into one song. And I think it works really well. Yeah. Really like that. Joyride.
On the road, a label whore, but I'm bored of wearing clothes. You want kids? Well, I am mother.
She is mother. This is a really fun bit, like the pre-chorus. I like those slides. So this is probably not her natural voice. Yeah, I think I basically said everything that I could say in the last section, but just to recap, I think it's a really good song. I think it mixes her pre-music influences with her early music, with the sort of mid-range music, and then the sort of vocal mixing of her more recent music. I think it's a really good sort of mishmash of everything. It doesn't feel too busy, but it feels like there's a lot going on. I really like it. I think it could be up there with some of her best work, to be honest, in terms of, if you don't want your music to be full of messages and too sort of preachy, if you just like your music to be fun, singable, easy to listen to, and a bit funny, I think this is the perfect song to meet all of that criteria. And yeah, this is definitely something I'll listen to again. I don't know if she's got an album coming. I don't know if she's got more singles coming. It'd be interesting to know if she has, and I'll maybe check them out as part of the channel. But yeah, thank you very much for dropping by, and I'll see you again in another reaction video very soon.